23 of Cash McClure. He is sponsored by, he is out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Sponsored by TC Freeride, 60 Helmets, ODI, Chase Plumbing and Mechanical, McClure Racing, Cardio Systems, and Action Sports Canopies. The 23 of Cameron Spooner out of Dania Beach, Florida. Sponsored by Spoondog Racing, Harry Kiwi, Simply Clean Detailing, and Odium Jet Life Miami. The number 1 of Kylie Meyer out of Jacksonville, Florida. Sponsored by Gidwell Racing, Taylor's Outboards, and more. That is our junior WX 1050 class.
I'll just do like an intro and then we can kind of give some banter.
You're on, Dudek.
All right, everybody, we're just about ready to go here. We are live. Our live stream is up and running, courtesy of Charles Guinchard Photography. Big thank you to Charles for coming out and putting on this amazing live stream. We've been working real hard to try and dial in all these little efficiencies in our series, and this is one area that we really wanted to work on. So we had to bring out the big guns. Brought Charles out all the way from the mud bogs down there. Big round of applause for Charles Guinchard for putting this on. That's not a big one. Big round of applause for Charles. There we go. Thank you, Charles, for doing this. Everybody watching on the live stream, welcome to Lake Alfred, Florida. It's gorgeous here. It's about 72 degrees, sunny, no wind. We've got flat, calm water, and we've had some really good racing so far. I want to thank everybody that made the drive. We've got a lot of people that drove from long distances to get here. Most of us from up north had 24-hour drives, 29-hour drives. We were driving through multiple snowstorms. We had snow on some of our roofs still when we got down here. So we really appreciate everybody putting in the effort to get down here. We know how hard it is. We were just talking about how we had to de-winterize our skis, and now we'll have to winterize our skis when we get back home. So we really appreciate everybody coming out to support this event. All of this support shows me that there is a viable option to come racing in the winter in Florida. Coming from the motocross world, we have lots of races in Florida that we come down to and race dirt bikes at, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing that with jet skis. So now that we know this works, we're going to do it next year. We're going to try and run probably a 3-round series. We'll figure out how that'll work, but I think a 3-round series would be nice. Everybody can get some vacation time. I know me and my family are using this to have a nice vacation after. We're going to go to Disney with the girls and have some fun. I know a lot of other people from up north came down and are experiencing some of what Florida has to offer, and we get a little break from our massive snowstorms we've been dealing with. So big thank you to everybody for the support. I really appreciate it. It's not a cheap endeavor trying to do this, especially so far away. Big thank you to Billy, too, at Hydro Drags. Big thank you to Billy. Round of applause for Billy. Thank you for the support. We got juniors on the line. They're ready to go. 6-minute moto. Shelly in the tower with the new light system that's been working flawlessly. We've only had a couple of jump starts. None of the jump starts out of the kids.
All right, folks, here we go. Hey, thanks, Sean, and everybody back home. Welcome to Lake Alfred. Got our junior ski class out there right now. Looks like Cameron Spooner, boat number 23, your race leader on the inside. And it looks like Mac McCluggage on the outside. Mac McCluggage's first race. Look at this. McCluggage with the whole shot. First race weekend. Took a second place yesterday on the podium. Obviously, son of the GOAT. And grabs the whole shot over Spoondog Light. Until this race right here, Spoondog Light had led every lap in the junior class so far this weekend. Dave?
Yeah, it looked like he was laying it right down, coming down this front straight. Went right into that corner, smooth lines. It looked like he's getting some pulling away on him a little bit.
Yeah, they're battling through the outside split over here, left-hand side of the track. As McCluggage works left to right down the front straightaway here at the Lions Park, Lake Alfred. Again, glad everybody could join us here for the Short Block Technologies East Coast Watercross live stream.
It's amazing, you know, how how young of a racer McCluggage is, but you know, and I own one of those WX 1050s. I ride it recreationally, and just, you know darn well he's got that throttle right to the handlebar, right through that corner, and it's just impressive, unbelievable athlete.
Well, I tell you what, a lot of juniors coming out to participate this weekend. First race of the 2025 season. Boy, I'll tell you, you know, we thought the weather was going to be crazy. Came in on Friday, wind was blowing. It was like 40, 50 degrees. And then all of a sudden yesterday, everything just chilled out. And man, it's been an absolutely amazing weekend for those of us in attendance. And McCluggage picks up the Jet X Joker buoy, top right-hand side of the track. So McCluggage will re-enter the track. He's in second place now. Light now in first, and that's what the Jet X Joker buoy does. It creates those lead changes and so forth. So you really got to strategize when you're actually going to go and take that buoy. And again, I apologize to those of you folks that are listening in at home. Voice ain't as crisp as it normally is. We got really excited yesterday, I'll just say that. Sean's here. Let's talk about the Supercross.
No, we're not talking about Supercross. I haven't watched the Supercross yet. Everybody else has, and everybody wants to spoil it for me. I can't even turn my phone on now.
I know you got to wait home before you take all those messages, right?
Oh, exactly. I'm not opening any of the social media yet. I don't want to see. I want to watch the race.
Well, I don't know. You've seen what's transpired so far. McCluggage hole-shotted. He just went. He took the Joker buoy, Spoon Dog Light. Cameron Spooner, 23, went out into the lead as the courtesy flags come up.
So what position did he come back in? Because we moved that Joker buoy all the way out to almost New York, where Jet X is.
Yeah, that's what I heard somebody say. You guys moved it down to the Cayman Islands.
We moved it further. No, we moved it north. We moved it north. Ryan Dolly has been telling me that we need to move that thing all the way around, way that we go from first place to last place. So we took his advice in this last part of the day, and we moved it way out.
So Spooner went and hit the the Joker buoy, the Jet X Joker buoy on that last lap. McCluggage back into the lead, and he's got a back marker in front of him.
One of the best races to watch are these junior kids. These guys are ripping out here. It has been It's been amazing how fast these young kids are. These guys ride all the time and train nonstop, and it shows. I think most of them are faster than me. Well, I know most of them are faster than me. It's pretty easy to do.
You know, we were talking about that yesterday. It's like, this is like watching the old expert modified ski class, you know. These kids are just so fast, and yet they're so young.
Who's going? We got one taking the Jet X Joker buoy. Can't see who that one is.
Closing in on
Dill. Braden Dill's taking the Joker buoy now.
Yeah, looks like he's re-entering the track. He'll come in right behind McCluggage.
So he lost two positions taking the Joker buoy, because they're actually 3 positions. So it certainly has created some interesting passes all weekend long. And this is probably the first time that these kids have hit a Joker buoy, because Joker buoys haven't been used in quite a while. But we saw it create a lot of really, really good racing in Region 8. We ran it all last year, and it made for some really fun racing.
You know, and one of the cool things is that Joker buoy, it creates a lot of lead changes. And that makes it good for us up here at announcing, because it gives us something to talk.
Sure does, because it's really shaking up this race already. We've got... Who's on the 911 boat? Is that Dill? No, Dill's on the 114. I don't know who's riding Sophie's boat. Oh, it's Logan Fleming on the 911 of Sophie Francis' boat. Out in front, because the Joker buoy has really shaken up the lead in this race already. So we got Mac out front.
So Mac McCluggage, sponsored by Farthing Racing. out in front right now. No, check that. Check that. He's in second. That's Spooner that's out in front. Just flag. Cameron Spooner, again out of Dania Beach, Florida, sponsored by Spoon Dog Racing, the Hairy Kiwi, Simply Clean Detailing, and Jet Life Miami.
All right.
So Mac McCluggage letting it all hang out, went for a swim on that last lap.
Yep, I missed that one. I didn't see him swimming. Rare mistake for someone so smooth. He looks like a veteran out there.
I think he's got a couple good training partners.
Must be the training partners. Sebastian Wilcox coming through the finish line. Just in time to get one more lap. Race winner, Cameron Spooner.
Spoon Dog Light, again, taking the win.
After his moto, he's going to come up and do an interview with Mikey Young. These kids haven't been able to do this fancy stuff like interviewing, so they've been very professional, and they've really enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, you know, and the good thing is you know, when you start them young like this, by the time class that sounding like pros when they're up here on the microphone.
We got Bobby Cardone walking up here. What do you got going on today, Bobby?
You know, just water samples, pump rocks, you know, helping holders, having fun, talking smack.
Well, we appreciate you coming out here, and we appreciate you looking at the camera over there and smiling for everybody. Everybody back home. Bobby Cardone helped us promote this thing, and we turned some pretty good numbers. We had, I think, 74 yesterday, and I think we were at 68 today. We lost a few boats, a couple X2s, typical.
I have to say this. I'm going to give shout out to all the ones from Region 8 that came down here to represent. You know, you got Kayla, you got Andrew, Baker, all these guys, Anderson, all you guys from up north I've known from Region 8 from announcing. And it's good to see them come all the way to Florida and make it happen and stuff like that. So it's good to see the turnout we have in Florida, too. Hopefully you guys will be back again.
Oh, we're coming back. We just got to figure out where. I think we might just stay right here in Lake Alfred. This has been a
good spot.
Perfect spot. Polk County has been great. Lake Alfred Lions Club has been great. Everybody's been really nice and really helpful trying to pull this off in basically 3 weeks since we decided we were going to be able to pull this off, and this was a large task to pull off in 3 weeks.
I told you before, Florida's not easy, but once you do it, it makes it happen. Well, let me go down here and help hold for the Grunwalds real quick, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Thank you, Bobby. We appreciate you. Next up, we got Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Limited and Novice Runabout. Oh, we got the wrong slip, of course. Novice Runabout is not in this one. This is 1100. Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Limited. We need some holders down on the line. Let's get some holders down on the line, people. So we've got no Tori Snyder in this one. Tori's just walking around watching. He needed to save himself. Where's Tori? All right, we got Mikey coming back.
All right, hey. Well, I'll tell you, you know, this young man here, he's taking his helmet off real quick. He got the whole shot and unfortunately went for a swim. But we got Mac McCluggage here. Mac still ended up in second. Still a great finish for you. Man, I'll tell you what, we're all pretty proud of you with that whole shot.
I just held it wide open and just carried so much speed and just focused.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you know, you seem pretty focused out there. Tell me what happened when you slid out.
I tried pushing. I tried going too fast through the corner, and there was someone in front of me, and I just spun out and flipped over, and then I got flipped the ski back over and kept going.
Yeah, it looked like you kind of high-sided. You caught an edge, and you know what? You got to attribute that to racing. But I know you got a lot of great people that are here helping you out this weekend.
Yeah, I want to thank Dustin for letting me use his ski, Bomber, my dad for driving me out here and helping with everything, Advanced Carpet Cleaning, ODI, and Jet Pilot. And my mom. And my mom.
Yeah, you can't forget Mom. Mom is the best, ain't she?
And Grandma. Yeah.
So who's faster, your mom or your dad?
I don't know.
That's probably a pretty good answer. You won't have to take out the trash this weekend. Congratulations on the nice ride.
Thank you.
Mac McCluggage, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go back to racing. All right, I believe that's Charlie Smith, your race leader out there in this runabout class, followed by David Anderson, who is co-announcer up here. All right, once again, for those of you listening at home, this is race number 2 that we're watching out here, our runabout class. And again, your race leader is Charlie Smith on the C7. As you see him work left to right down the front straightaway. David Anderson on the C10 back there in that second position, followed by Grunwald. Taylor Grunwald, who was winner of the first moto a little bit earlier today. So a beautiful day for racing, beautiful weekend for racing here at the Lions Park in Lake Alfred, Florida. Coming back, first time after 25 years of not doing closed course here. And East Coast Watercross really done a great job putting an awesome event together. Still Smith out in front, Anderson in second, Grunwald in third. I see the vintage class, race number 3, should be working their way up to the starting line. That is the vintage X2. Along with our Super Chicken class. 5:30 left on the clock.
Speaking of the Super Chickens, since they break all the time, it's probably a good time to remind you folks to go to shopspt.com and get all your parts for your jet skis you need. SPT's been a tour sponsor for the last 2 years. They signed up for this year, and they are sponsoring us for this round as well. So big thank you to SPT, providing us with all these beautiful SPT buoys.
Yeah, SPT, somewhat local too, just down the street here in Clearwater. Also housing HydroTurf and Black Dip. You know, so you need mats, you need seat covers. Make sure you support those who support the sport. And nobody does it like Greg and CJ, Mo, and the entire crew over at Short Block Technologies.
While we're on the subject of sponsors, we'll take this moment to thank a few more sponsors. All of these sponsors make it possible for us to come out here. One of our biggest sponsors for the longest amount of time is Moto Option. Big thank you to Moto Option for providing us with all of this sick gear. You guys are all racers. You might as well look like racers when you're out and about. So come to the booth, check out what Moto Option has to offer. They've got the coolest designs. They got hats and sunglasses and umbrellas. They have more than just clothing. And their parent company, Factory Fade, is the one who actually prints all of our merchandise and clothing. So another thank you to Factory Fade. They also do all of our sublimated banners and all of our branding. So if you see our beautiful tower up there and Shelly in her beautiful shirt, Wicked on the back, they do everything custom you want. So you guys want to look good on your pit interviews, go to Factory Fade and check them out. They will make you pit shirts just like Shelly. I don't know if you'll look as good as she does, but they make them for you.
Yeah, it's tough to look as good as the Wicked Princess, that's for sure. You know, speaking of merchandise, you guys got a lot of great merchandise here. And for those of you folks that may be listening in on the live stream, Sean, is there anywhere that they could go to take a look at that merchandise and maybe purchase it online?
Yeah, if I had my stuff together a little bit better, they would have a place to go online and buy it. But we got an Etsy store going, but we're not really good at keeping up with it. We were a little bit too busy with pulling off a jet ski race halfway across the country. But eventually we'll get there. We'll have them online. We're gonna get that lined up next. It's on the list of things to do.
Right. those of you that are here, make sure that you pick up your merchandise right there at the East Coast Watercross compound.
Make sure you pick up a lot of it, too. We're doing heavy discounts, 40% off of all moto option stuff. We've got buy one, get one free deals. We've got all kinds of deals. Just go haggle with my beautiful wife, Cassandra. She loves to haggle, so go make a deal with her. We don't want to drag all this stuff all the way back home. We need to make room in the trailer.
She's giving you the look.
I know what that look means. I got to go for a minute.
Awesome stuff. Well, no changes in your leaderboard. You still got Smith out in front on boat number C7. His boat broke down yesterday, first moto, after the first moto, and he's been riding that C7 and doing really good on that C7 boat. C10 is David Anderson, who is one of our co-announcers up here.
Yep, David Anderson has been helping us on the mic in Region 8 for a number of years now. Jumps off and goes racing. He's on the C10 boat, the old Gordon Horn boat. Gordon decided to retire. He had enough of getting smashed around on these boats, but he still comes out to all the races, and David is the one who was able to buy his gorgeous boat. That's one of the best Runabout 1100 limited boats.
Hey, why things are kind of slow out there on the track, tell me what's going on with East Coast Watercross this year? When's your guys' next stop?
So our first round, we're trying to work on the May 31st weekend, and we're still having some trouble with permits. Our goal is to have it in New Hampshire, near my hometown. We're working on Lake Winnipesaukee, ideally. It's one of the biggest lakes in the Northeast. It's massive, and we have a huge amount of boats on that lake. We've got a ton of go-fast boats. It's a really big lake community. There's a couple, but we're having a little trouble with permits, but we'll get them done.
Fantastic. It's going to be a great series. Make sure you check out the Facebook page.
Yep, we're going to hit updated. We're hitting our usual regular stops too. We've got Watkins Glen on the schedule. Everybody loves Watkins Glen. It's one of the most beautiful locations out in the Finger Lakes of New York. We've got Sylvan Beach, New York, twice again. Brought to us by Ryan Sheedy at Sheedy Extreme Team. He does all the legwork for me on that round. Drums up all the sponsorship money. There's tons of sponsors out there that help us put on 2 rounds in that city. It's a gorgeous place. We might have to mic you up to that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. If I'm free, I'll be there.
Nothing's ever free, Mikey. We'll get you up there one way or another. Maybe for the Triple Crown round. We've got a lot of money being paid out at the Triple Crown round.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be at that first one over in Gunnersville.
As will I. Yep, I'm going to make the trip over there. I'm going to leave my stuff down here. We're going to make a trip over to Louisiana and race with the Naughty Water boys. I'm bringing a bunch of our guys' skis, so we're going to fly some Region 8 guys in. We're going to race our commanders. We're bringing 4 of them out there with us. Oh, yeah, and then we're going to go right from Louisiana to Alabama and go race with the AJSA boys. And, it's fun going to see how other promoters race. I'm trying to learn how other promoters run their series and see what we can do better.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sean, that's the best thing that you can do as a promoter is go and work with other promoters. And then, everybody gets together because you're stronger as a team. For so many years, promoters have been at odds and they're fighting against each other. And, it's the same people racing pretty much all the races. So you got to be able to spread the wealth and you got to be able to help each other out. And you give a hand up and not a hand out.
100% agree. And we've made huge strides. When I first bought this series, that was one of my biggest concerns was that I didn't want to have to fight with these guys. So we all got together and myself, Terry Hebert, Justin Smith, Ross Wallach, Brad Bohat, Jamie Bohat. We've all been talking once a month. We have scheduled phone calls. We coordinate our schedules. We have email chains with our schedules on how we can make things work, such as hitting our Clark, Pennsylvania round and then going straight from our Clark, Pennsylvania round because it's the closest to Michigan for the second Triple Crown round, which we'll be doing as well. So we'll be at that second Triple Crown Great Lakes Watercross race.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, glad to be a part of this one right here in Lake Alfred, the season opener from East Coast Watercross, folks. Cameron Spooner, could you please come to announcing? Cameron Spooner, please come to announcing. All right, folks, got a special guest coming up here in between the races. We'll have a bunch of special guests throughout the day. For those of you who are watching on the live stream, I got my good friend Devin Farthing here. Devin, good weekend so far.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. You know, I've had a lot of fun racing these guys, but some mechanical error today, but 2 more motos, so hopefully I can go get 2 wins.
Yeah, tell us what happened in that sport class. Mechanical issue?
Yeah, I got out front, but just an error with the steering cable, you know, something that I can't control, and stuff happens, so just making the best out of it to hopefully go get that last moto.
Congratulations again on a great day yesterday. Let's hope you can pick it up a little later today.
Yep, thanks, Mikey.
All right, Devin Farthing, we'll go back out to the races here. As we got our vintage class out there for all of you who are listening in at home and watching the live stream. Special thanks to my good friend Charlie, who is putting together the live stream here. And here come your race leaders down the front straightaway. I believe that's Kayla Flitzka is currently in first place. Andrew Freeman back there in second. How we doing, Sean?
We're doing great. We got 4 minutes and 49 seconds left in this race, and you know that by our countdown timer, which is double-sided, so the racers can actually see how long they have to suffer for out there. It was one of our best investments we made last year. All the racers love it. It's super bright. I hope all the other regions out there take note that, you know, trying these new things really pays off. It helps everybody stage the line better, because at the beach we can see how much time is left. The racers can see how much time is left. It really helps us all out. Just trying all these new things to see what works and what doesn't, and fine tune them. Like our light system, you know, we had a really nice light system built by Eric Nels for us that worked amazingly, and it's the identical to the light system that Great Lakes Watercross uses. And I had a few ideas to tweak it, and I wanted to come up with an idea for a way to have a light out in the center of our start line. So I built this crazy looking setup that's on the side of the tower, and it works really, really well. It's got lights inside of the tower, so Shelly doesn't have to lean over to see what it's doing. And hopefully at our first race, it's going to be mounted on our center starting line pole, and it's going to be cantilevered out in front of you, so everyone can see, even somebody like me with a really bad neck, a couple vertebrae that don't really get along. I can't turn my head to the left and see the tower sometimes, so as a racer who's out there racing all of these races, and I see things that I wish I had when I was racing, I'm just going to start implementing them all and keep fine-tuning them. So hope everybody really appreciates the hard work we're putting into making this better for everybody.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys are definitely making it better for everybody. And I really love the lighting system. You know, yesterday after we were done, got the opportunity to go into pits, talk to a lot of the people, and a lot of these racers are like, they love it. They love it because they can see exactly where they're at on the clock. You know, and I think a lot of promoters, matter of fact, every promoter should institute that same deal that you got right there. It's great. You're always an innovator and never an imitator.
Well, that's the good thing about being a fabricator too. I build all my own stuff. We build a lot of crazy projects. My business is No Limits Metalworks and Hot Slide Co. We've got CNC plasma cutter. My wife does all the graphic design. So you see all of our CNC plasma cut stuff out here. We do all of that in-house. We're going to start getting into doing a little bit more metal art. We're pretty inundated with big projects, but we try and fit in some CNC plasma art stuff in between things. Actually, back home, I want to thank Duncan Goslin, our welder, who most of you guys know was our course marshal last year. He's been my welder apprentice for a while. He's been working all weekend. He's actually working today in Boston for a Red Bull project. He's cutting out rails that he built. He built the rails for Red Bull's heavy metal tour. It's a snowboard rail jam, and there's thousands of people in downtown Boston right now. They had a huge event yesterday, and Duncan's working hard, making some money for us while we're down here. So big thank you to him for working so hard for us while we're away.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather be in Florida.
100%. I would rather. I was going to say no to the job if Duncan didn't want to take it on, because I was going to Florida one way or another, whether Red Bull called or not.
Right on, right on. Well, we got about a minute 30 left on the clock, and I believe it is still Kayla out in front over here on the right-hand side of the track, now going out to hit the Jet X Joker buoy. Let's talk a little bit about the Jet X Joker buoy.
It's Jet X Joker buoy. So I had this idea one night of coming, well, first of all, Dolly has been pushing me for a Joker buoy for a while, and I didn't want to do just a regular old plain Joker buoy. So what we did was I had an idea and called up Factory Fade, talked to the boys over there and said, here's my crazy idea. I've got these triangle SPT buoys, and I want to make a wrap for it. So he printed us a really nice banner, and we made actually 3 triangles and connected them together. So we inflate that SPT buoy inside of it, and it makes for amazing photo ops. So wait till you see the photos that Tyler Reardon is going to have for you guys, and Kirsty Hasty. We got 2 photographers out here this weekend.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both great photographers. And by the way, this event will be talked about in Pro Rider Magazine, the official magazine here of East Coast Watercross.
Yep, another tour sponsor. Big thank you to Pro Rider Magazine for always pushing us and always getting the information out to you guys. The communication nowadays with what we can do between live streams and all the video capabilities, it's amazing. So we want you guys to be a part of it, even if you can't be down here. So hope you guys appreciate what we're doing and how much work Charles is doing up on the live stream. Hope everybody's enjoying it from home.
Yeah, exactly. Charles doing a great job. I heard good things about it yesterday. They kind of said something about dangerous content, something like that. But I think that's just because we're racing.
Well, yesterday we got flagged for some sort of dangerous content, but what we think it was Bobby Cardone's double cartwheel ballet move he tried. It looked like some abuse or something, so they flagged it for dangerous content.
Yeah.
So hope Bobby's been able to stay on his boat so far today, so hopefully he doesn't do any more cartwheels and gets us flagged for another live stream issue.
No freestyle this weekend.
No freestyle, Bobby. He's well rested up. He's been in his Snuggie all day, but it's warm enough now. His Snuggie's off, so he's ready to go.
The Snuggie's off, man. Kind of like taking the gloves off. He's ready to go. All right, folks, joining me down here at announcing, we got my good friend Charlie Smith. Charlie, we've been around for a while. You got to feel pretty good about taking that moto win there. Race.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's been fun. Last race, and it was probably 25 before that, but it's been awesome. I've been building boats for a long time. Troy Morgan out of Virginia just said, hey, we got a race. Go. I said, you know what? I'm off. Let's go. Down here, the weather's great. The race is great. It's awesome. Just good to be out here.
Now, tell me, what was it like? I know that you had to switch boats after the first moto yesterday. What happened?
I've had some boats sitting on the shelf. Been sitting there for a long time. Cranked them up Thursday last week. They started up. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ride them. Got down here. Just had a bunch of things that just didn't work out. So Troy's like, hey, ride mine. I know his will last. About sunk one yesterday, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stick with the yellow number 7 and just let it go.
I thought that seat on the front gave you a little more power.
Maybe, but yeah, it was awesome. It was good racing. Everybody held their lines. It was good. So just glad to be out here.
Well, anybody you would like to thank or any of your sponsors?
I'd like to thank my wife Heather and my girls Stella and Claire. I got home, let me come down here. My shop Jetworks in Hartsville, little town in South Carolina. Building some skis. Is hoping to get some more out here. And thanks for Troy for convincing me to come down here. And thanks for East Coast Watercross for putting it on. It's been a blast.
Tell you what, congratulations, Charlie. Great ride.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Charlie Smith, winner of race number 2. And number 4 that is down here online. Once race number 4 down online.
Corey Dixon, are you around? Can you come fix a mic? We got a cracking mic again. We'll swap over to the other mic. We got another one we use.
All right, here we go. Call to order. Pro-Am Ski 1050 class 116. Devin Farthing Boat number 220, Ryan Stevens. Boat number 279, Eric Grunwald. 296, Hayden Skellett. 316, Austin Jones. 331, Joe Lyons. Kelly Wilcox on the 595, Sebastian Wilcox on the 595X. And boat number 911 is Sophie Francis. And it looks like Francis on the inside.
Check. 1, 2, 1.
One, two. There we go. We're back. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry for the short delay there. We're watching race number 4 here. This is the Pro-Am Ski 1050 class. See Devin coming through the SVT, start finish. And I believe that is 3. Okay, that's Hayden by Sophie Francis. So Skellett in second, Francis in third, and Devin Farthing away with this one. Farthing on the left hand. All right, so Farthing, you're racing with minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Farthing coming up on the backside of the pack right now as he starts his work. Meanwhile, second place, Skellett coming through the SBT start-finish line. And Francis in that. Seconds left on the And courtesy route, announcing power. And there is your race leader in between Farthing, working on the right-hand side of the track. And gets past Grunwald right there. So Grunwald going one down. As Farthing able to get by, and there's second place now coming through the short block technology start-finish line. Boat number 23, that's Skellett, followed closely by Sophie Francis on the 911 out of Port St. Lucie, sponsored by shopsbt.com. So Francis only about 2 seconds behind Skellett right now as they get ready to work down that small back straightaway. Farthing gets forced a little bit wide there from a back marker. And blue flag coming out there for Austin on boat number 316. As Farthing works to the outside, going to cut it tight back to the inside. Again, trying to get past that back in the house. Hey. Farthing on the back section of the course. Finally able to get past Austin. Meanwhile, the battle rages on. The biggest battle out on the track right now between boat number 23, boat number 911, bottom right-hand side of the track. That's where you'll find that battle. That is for second place. And Francis moves into second as Hayden Skellett goes up and picks up the Jet X Joker buoy on the top right-hand side of the course. Runabout four-stroke class. Program Runabout four-stroke coming to the line. 40 seconds left on the clock. And Sophie Francis in a solid second position right now. To take away. Leader still Farthing.
Check 1, 2.
All right, everybody, this is Charles Genshard on my little headset mic. We're working on a replacement microphone for Mikey Young. That's why you didn't hear too much announcing this last race. Occasionally I can announce from the headset, but unfortunately I don't know these riders. I'm a New Orleans guy. I mostly hang out with the the Texans in the Naughty Water Series. But
Check will do. Hey, by the way, congratulations to Devin Farthing taking the win. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties trying to get those worked out. Hey, it's the first race of the season. Forget about it. Okay, so we need some holders down online. What number? Boat number 161 needs a holder down there online. Somebody can help him out. We sure would appreciate it. Once again, we need a holder down there for boat number 161. Thank you, Keith Dill. All right, once again, taking a look down online, got the Runabout class online.
It's amazing, honestly. I love racing with the women, but I enjoy the men so much more. Just the fight is more, and they push me to be better, and, I love it.
Well, a nice finish right there for you. You got to be pretty stoked.
Yeah, pretty happy. I want to thank Jimmy. At lunchtime, he's like, right, that's it. We need to start. We need to make sure that we practice your starts, because every time I was starting, I was jumping, and I was just losing so much, speed on everybody. So we practiced a few starts at lunchtime, and I had a great start in that last moto, which I think I'm first overall for today.
It's pretty awesome. Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank Blacktip, Watercross, Quakey Sense, FitAid, Fly Racing, Works H2O. I want to shout out a big thank you to B&J. Also, Jimmy Wilson for setting up the skis and getting me here. Thank you to all my family and friends for making it happen too.
Well, tell me, do you have any advice for any of these young women that might want to come into racing?
I would definitely say go buy a ski, get on it, and start training. And, if any of you want to train with me, I'm more than welcome to train with you. So definitely go get one, and we'll get you right into it.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if any of these girls could keep up with you. As a matter of fact, I don't know if any of these boys could keep up with you.
We're getting faster, but like I say, thank you to Jimmy, because I get off the water, and sometimes I think I'm going to get well done, but it's, why did you do that? Why did you do this? And without that, it's actually pushing me to be better.
Well, congratulations on a great opening weekend.
Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go back out to the track now, where we got the Runabout race coming right at you live. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to all of you folks that are listening in on the East Coast Watercross live stream. This is race number 5. It's the Runabout 4-stroke class. For those of you that are watching on, 77 is Russo, 93 Michelle Colasanto, but Bobby Cardone with the hole shot, and he's right there with Juan Lascano on 777. Snyder back in third. Josiah's back there in the 4th spot. Russo in 5th. That's the way they stack up 1 through 5 here on lap number 1. 8 minutes plus a lap in the Pro-Am Runabout 4-stroke class. Again, this is race number 5. We've got 11 on tap for everybody out there. Bobby Cardone, who's had a tough weekend so far, grabs the hole shot. Let's see if he can make it stick and go wire to wire here in the second moto here of race number 5. You got Juan Lascano. Juan this weekend has been consistently second, but this guy rides like a beast. For those of you who may be watching in at home. Speaking of Juan, I got his sister Valentina here. What does Juan do to train? Does he come out and ride with you?
No, he's always working on my skis. So then on weekends he doesn't want anything to do with jet skis. It's just like a natural talent to him.
Well, I'll tell you, and he's all over that boat. It's crazy to watch him. It looks like he's working twice as hard as any other rider out there.
Yeah, he definitely gets very invested into that. Meanwhile, I'm like a little cocoon in there. He's just all over it.
That's pretty awesome. Well, hey, sorry you didn't have the greatest opening weekend, but we're looking forward to watching. You're going to be doing some other racing this year?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do more racing. I'm going to push to do more stand-up racing this year, so that's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks for stopping and talking to us.
Thank you.
Valentina Liscano, Juan's sister, up here chatting with us. And as I take and that is Juan Liscano, who has actually went into the lead while we were doing that interview. Liscano takes a look back, goes all the way out to the Jet X buoy. It looks like he's going to be able to get back in time before Cardone can catch him. He got past Cardone. And now Liscano is hasta la bye-bye. So you got Liscano, followed by Cardone. Tori Snyder back there in the third position. Sponsored by Judge Motorsports and Snyderville. And here comes Snyder coming in hot. And Snyder parks Cardone over there on the top left-hand side of the track. Snyder up into second. Cardone back to third. Meanwhile, Liscano, all the action going on behind him. And out comes the blue flag from the Wicked Princess, telling Josias he's got to move. The leaders are coming through. So you got a lapper in between second and third place right now. Battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth, all on that outside split as they work their way down the front straightaway. And it looks like Jason Russo in that mix, currently running, I believe, in that fifth place position. As Liscano starting to run away with this one. You know, this guy's got a lot of just natural, just raw talent. I had a chance to talk to him yesterday. Ended up in second place yesterday to Tori Snyder. But as Valentino and I was talking about, you know, if you watch this young man, he's like all over that boat. Probably one of the most aggressive riders I've seen in quite some time. And he's able to keep that pump hooked up down the back straightaway. And now he's coming up into some back markers. Got three lappers in front of him as they all exit that outside split. And here comes Juan down the front straightaway. And we got about 3:30 left on the ticker. 3 minutes, 30 seconds for Juan Liscano. And right now he's got about a 9-second lead over that man right there, boat number 110, Tori Snyder. So Snyder down, but definitely not out. Now, remember, Liscano has already picked up the Jet X Joker buoy. 239, Bobby Cardone, currently sitting in that third place position. Bobby with a hole shot. And is slid back into third place position. So Liscano trying to work his way through the lap traffic here. Here comes Liscano. Liscano coming in hot as they work their way into that chicane on the right-hand side of the track. Liscano goes wide, gets out the broom, does a little sweep and gets past one lapper. Now goes past another. He'll have position as he gets ready to go down that back straightaway. Got two more in front of him, slowed him down just a little bit. But again, this guy riding like Tasmanian devil out there. Liscano, two lappers in front of him, working his way through the outside split. And here we go down the front straightaway. We're at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left on the clock. And here comes Snyder. You know, that slowed Liscano down trying to get through this lap traffic, and Snyder has worked his way right back into this one. And still enough time to make a pass with 1:45 left on the clock. Liscano gets past one more lap. He's got one more to get past before he's got some clean water. Liscano once again coming in hot up there, top left-hand side of the track, makes the turn. And Liscano going to follow the lapper on the outside, as is Tori Snyder. And Snyder right back into it, knocking at Liscano's back door. And look at this. Snyder trying to work to the inside of Liscano down the front straightaway. Liscano slams the door shut. And that back marker not making any friends out there. And Snyder with position. Snyder goes to the inside. Here comes Liscano. Liscano taking the lead back. So a couple of lead swaps right there. Nice turn by Liscano. Liscano was able to carve it just to the inside of that back marker. Now he's got some clean water out in front of him. And that's really going to help him as he was able to get past that back marker. Got about a 2.5, 3 second lead now over Torrey Snyder. And Snyder had really closed that door, closed the gap, and went into the lead momentarily. Only 25 seconds left in this one, so you'll see the white flag the next time around for these two riders. Liscano, once again, a little bit of breathing room, got some clean water in front of him. Nothing to contend with yet. We'll see what happens here on the white flag lap. We got about a lap and a half to go. And Liscano again, having a great ride out there. And Liscano now getting past Josias. Looked like Josias was setting up for that turn and almost pushed Liscano on the wrong side of the checkered buoys, and that's something that you can't make up. Liscano was able to squeeze it in there, though. Great job, great riding ability. There we go. Juan Liscano takes the win. Put your hands together for the 777s. And we have just confirmed, that everybody did hit that Joker buoy. 110. Snyder coming through in second. Sponsored by Snyder, as well as Jet Pilot and Judge Motorsports. So a great battle there for first place in that runabout class. All right, we're going to do a quick interview down here. Do a quick interview as we got the TV cameras faces. I got my good friend Chris McCluggage, a.k.a. The GOAT. Chris, having a good weekend. I see you walking around, you're smiling, you're not racing, but your kid's racing. So tell me, how's it feel to be a dad with a kid out there?
It feels awesome. I think that's, one of the best championships I ever won or assisted in winning was my wife's championship. And prior to that were championships that I helped my nephews achieve. And for me, mine are cool and I love it and it's been great. But I think, helping my wife, she grew up in England and never had the right guidance. But, once she married me, I got her in the right direction, and we won the Pro Women's World Championship.
She says you're number one.
Yeah, she's number two. But no, she eventually won a Pro Women's World Championship, and that was, definitely one of the, high points of us being together. And, for me to help people achieve goals like that, my nephews wanted to win. And then now my son, putting them on the water. It was cool watching them race motorcycles for sure, and I'm happy when he does good. But this is my heart. It's been my life since I was 11 years old, so it's pretty emotional. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I like to see the Chris on this side too, because it seems to me like you're smiling a lot more.
Yeah. It's the pressure's there, but it's like, when I'm in a motorcycle race, it's a little more stressful because it's a pretty dangerous sport, and it's you have 35 guys out there riding, and but here it could happen in any sport they race, and it's definitely a risk. But he knows no one's forcing him to race. He wants to do it. He can do it, and we'll support him.
Well, I'll tell you what, coming out his first weekend ever and picking up 2 podiums.
Yeah, it was awesome. Cameron's a fabulous rider. His dad's done a great job with him, and we look forward to future battles.
I'll tell you what, we appreciate you for coming out, Chris, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you. I just want to thank Dustin, Devin, Nicole, and Rich for helping us out this weekend. We really appreciate that.
That's awesome. All right, let's go back out to the race course. If my ears don't deceive me, I believe this would be the Pro Sport GP class.
We got junior sports.
Sorry, well, yeah, it sounds like one of those are on a GP boat out there.
Well, you know why it sounds so crazy? Because it's a beers boat. That thing's a 900. It's a loud one.
Yeah, well, we got, I believe, Colt Meyer out in front right now, and Cameron Spooner in second as we take a look out of the track. And then I believe the boat that you were just talking about, back there in third.
Yep, so we've got the beers in third and fourth, and two of these beers boys are 2/3 of the triplets of the beers, Team Triple Threat, and a big happy birthday to the triplets, Liam, Colin, and Jake, ripping on that 900.
You know, it's funny, while you were talking, Blaine Spooner, Cameron Spooner's dad just walked by, right? And he said that Cameron Spooner, when he took off, he didn't have his goggles all the way on yet. They were still on top of his helmet, so he took off and didn't realize the goggles, and he had to stop and put his goggles on, and that's why he's in second place.
Well, I can tell you as a racer, you only make those dumb mistakes once.
Well, I'll tell you what, it kind of is a learning curve, and I believe this is Spoondog Light's this is only like his second full season of watercraft racing.
He's been riding like a veteran all weekend long.
I'm telling you, these guys practice down at Markham Park down there in Fort Lauderdale. These guys are out there every weekend hitting buoys. They got a dedicated buoy course that David Cabrera and the Broward Motorsports team pays for every year, and so they go out there every weekend and they're carving it up.
That place is awesome. I finally got a chance to ride there a couple weeks ago when I came down to scout out some locations, because literally within a month ago, or actually it was maybe a month and a half ago, we didn't even have a Florida race location. I came down with my family. We did a little vacation time, went down to Markham Park, hung out with the Markham Park guys and Cabrera Motorsports, convinced him to sponsor this race event for us, and we made it work. But that Markham Park track is real cool.
Yeah, half of them buoys are my old surf and turf buoys. That's where Cabrera got them.
They look pretty old, but they still work.
They are.
They still work. I got to take the Commander out there and ride around quite a bit, and it was a lot of fun. Me and Kyle were riding that one day, and Val, and we had a blast out there. It was really fun.
Good stuff. Well, first and second still battling it out. First place going to pick up the Jet X Joker buoy right now. Spoondog Light, Cameron Spooner goes into the lead out of Dania Beach.
So I just counted that out. That was a 11-second time loss going to the Joker buoy. 11 seconds he lost going to the Joker buoy. That's how much it shakes up these races.
Well, I always said if you're going to have a Joker buoy, make it a Joker buoy. Make it 11 seconds. It's definitely got to be more than 10. Otherwise, you're not going to see those lead changes that you would normally see.
So what I want to do this year, I've been talking with Dolly about it, I want to do a Joker lane like Monster Energy Supercross has done a few times, where it's an actual lane that you have to take. So it would be, 2 or 3 corners, really slow you down quite a bit. So at some point you may see me shake things up and throw a Joker lane into the mix up in Region 8. So hopefully you guys come up and try and race some of our races and see what we do up north.
As I pointed out earlier, always an innovator, never an imitator. And that's what I like about the East Coast Watercross Series. You guys had a fantastic season, your opening season, last season. I think this season you guys are actually going to kill it.
Oh, yeah. Last season I was just getting my feet wet. So I'd race in the series with Chris Yates. Since he bought the series off of Wayne Orden, I was racing with Wayne Orden. I made the jump over from dirt bikes and started racing with Wayne, and Wayne was putting on some super fun races. We had a blast, and I got hooked on it and ended up sponsoring the series for the last 12 years. I built all the aluminum trophies. We took care of a lot of his fabrication and welding needs. So when the time came for Chris to step down, nobody was ready to go, and I ended up stepping up to the plate because we were not going to have any racing. There was nobody in line to pick up where he left off. So I'm glad I did, because we really wouldn't have any racing to do up north, and we certainly wouldn't be down here.
Well, I'll tell you what, you not only stepped it up for you folks over there in Region 8, but you also stepped it up for all of us down here in Region 7 by coming down here. And I just want to say on behalf of our region, thank you.
I appreciate that, Mikey, quite a bit. I put a lot of work into this, and I love racing so much. It's all I've ever done. It's all I've ever known. And to be able to do this and be in this position is really, really amazing.
Well, we're closing in on 45 seconds right now. And I believe it looks like Spoondog Light going out to pick up that Jet X Joker. And he may make it back in time. And it looks like he does. Gets back in front of Colt Meyer.
That's how much that Joker buoy shakes things up for us.
11 seconds to glory.
It's a little bit less on some of the faster skis, but these things are ripping out there. That 900 is holding its own, too. That 900 was piloted by the old man, Bill Beer Sr., to a second-place finish in his first moto earlier today, coming out of retirement down here in Florida. Typically, people come to Florida to retire.
Yeah,
Bill Beer Sr.
That's kind of backwards.
Bill Beers is a little backwards anyway, as anybody knows if they know the Beers family. One time, his son Billy Beers Jr. threw a shoe at me while we were racing. It was quite the escapade. Me and Billy have had a lot of battles, and it's a lot of fun with those Beers families. They are great. We've had Momo in our tower for a number of years. Hopefully, we can get Momo out of retirement. Maybe we'll do a whole Beers family race. They've got enough to fill a line out there.
All right, once again, checker flag comes down, and congratulations, Cameron Spooner out of Dania Beach, sponsored by Spoondog Racing and the Hairy Kiwi. He'll take the win just in front of Colt Meyer out of Virginia. All right, we're going to talk to one of my good friends here. His name is Billy 2. Billy, come on up here. We're going to take a look right up here. Okay.
Check.
Okay, yeah, so we got the clown show over here, too. So we got Billy, too. Billy actually took over the Hydro Drag racing for me a couple of years ago. Billy, you've had a very successful start to your career. Tell us what's going on now with the Hydro Drags.
Well, we've added a couple classes extra into it. We're back down in Boca Raton. Actually, since I took over from Mikey a couple of years ago, Lake Alfred is my home. I live about 10 minutes away, so I brought it here, and it came out to be such a big impact that here we had to move it down south because, majority of it's that Spanish population, so we had to take it a little bit closer, and numbers skyrocketed, from taking it down there to their hometown.
Yeah, Sunrise Amphitheater, I believe that's where you're racing next, correct?
That's correct. April 5th and 6th, and then November 22nd and 23rd. If you're down there, come check out the world's fastest skis. It's not closed course, but 142 mile an hour is our top ski right now. And, come get involved in it. And if you want to help out, would love to use your help.
Right. The amphitheater located down there in Boca Raton. And that's going to be going on, April 5th and 6th?
That's correct, Mikey.
April 5th and 6th. Make sure you mark that down on your calendar. You want to see the world's fastest jet skis with the world's fastest riders. Boca Raton, the place to be, Sunrise Amphitheater.
If you don't like fast jet skis, come hang out with Mikey. He's still my announcer,
Yeah, I'm not as fast anymore. But anyways, once again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to East Coast Watercross, the opening round here of 2025. Billy, we appreciate you coming out and working with us. What do you think of the event so far?
This is my first time ever seeing actually a closed course up and personal. Thank you, Sean, for having me come out and help out with the parking, help out put some banners and some flyers up for you guys, and just a great turnout. It was much bigger than I expected. See, what was it, about 70 racers that came together? Over 70 racers. So
yeah, and by the way, I wanted to say congratulations to you and Miss Katie. I know you had your engagement party this weekend. Congratulations, Billy's getting married.
Appreciate it, Mikey.
Another good one. Another good one bites the dust.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Love you, Billy. All right, let's go back to racing here. I believe we've got 3 racers in this one here. I see Corey Dixon out there. Corey, I believe, the winner of Moto number 1. Corey coming all the way down from Westport, Massachusetts, sponsored by C&D Transport, as well as Hooters. And he'll be joined by Troy Morgan. Morgan had a mechanical issue in the first moto. He's out of Leesburg, Virginia, sponsored by JetWorks. And Charlie Smith, also sponsored by JetWorks. And once again, looks like Troy Morgan, they're putting that boat up on the stand, going to try to clear that pump out. And once again, while we have the opportunity, I'd like to say a very special thanks to Short Block Technologies, as well as Commander Industries, Moto Option, Hydro Flyer, Cabrera Motorsports, FactoryFade.com, JetX, 10mm photo, Global Integrated Systems, Aerial Flicks, 139 Designs, the City of Lake Alfred, 595, Handling Solutions, but also special thanks to the Hot Slag Company, No Limits Metalworks, Extreme Service Center, Hamburg Floor Covering, and it looks like they got that boat started out there. Hammerhead, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and Supreme Lending. So again, looks like we're only going to have 2 boats in this one. I see Morgan, I see Dixon, and no Charlie Smith. I know the boat that he was riding, they have the seat off over here, just to the left of announcing that's going to be Corey Dixon with the hole shot on that inside right now. All right, so Corey Dixon, your race leader on the Hooter Sea-Doo. And while those 2 are out there battling it out, we'll keep you updated. But right now, we got one of our winners from earlier today in the sport class, my good friend Caden Baldwin. Caden, come on over here. We'll take a look up the camera right there. Caden, congratulations. A good ride for you. Was you surprised when Skellett broke down and had to come in early?
It was honestly a really big surprise. I wanted to catch up to him and hopefully pass him, but I probably wasn't. It was white flag, so I was just honestly hoping for second, getting the first next moto, but I just kept it, hold it pinned, and I'm sad he broke.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had a pretty good weekend so far, this being the first weekend. And in that sport class, I'm saying right now that you've been riding more consistent than pretty much any other rider.
I mean, I've been trying to ride consistent. It's my first time on the boat since September, so I'm just trying to get out there and keep it pinned. I mean, sometimes I can. Sometimes I fell off my seat about 5 times that moto trying to hold pin, so I can't. Sometimes it's hard.
So what do you do for cross training?
Nothing. I just sit back and wait.
Hey, nothing like being brutally honest, right? Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Just my dad and Fly Racing and Riva. Fly Racing's been super helpful with giving me helmets and life jackets and gloves, everything they can find. And Riva just with P1 and helping me with my GP, and they've just been doing great.
Well, hey, next time you're in town, we're going to have to go picking again.
Yes, sir, we will.
All right, my boy, Kate Baldwin. Congratulations on winning the first moto, champ. All right, back out to the race course, and it is still Corey Dixon out in front out of Westport, Massachusetts. Again, Corey riding for... Oh, that's Charlie. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So what happened was Corey took the Joker, and Charlie hasn't taken the Joker yet. Okay, so I see Troy actually gave his boat up. Okay, so you guys got to tell me this, Oh, you told them guys. Okay. I was going to... That's above your pay grade, ain't it, Troy? All right, so here we go. Charlie Smith now going out, taking the Joker buoy. And here comes Dixon. Dixon back into the lead. See, I was just about a lap off. You know, that's all. So once again, Corey Dixon up there, top left-hand side of the track as we view it here from announcing. Makes the turn back into the closed course. He'll go to the outside. Smith going to follow suit, also going to the outside. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here. And race number 7, I believe we've got, 5 more races after this. Before we call it a day, after the final race, we'll wait 30 minutes and have our award ceremony. Once again, I'd like to say hello, and we appreciate all of you folks that are listening in on the live stream. And Dixon right now with about a 7-second advantage as he works his way down the back straightaway. Again, coming up next, we got race number 8. That is the Pro-Am Ski GP class. Pro-Am Ski GP. Fastest stand-ups you're going to see on the water today. They'll be coming up next for their second moto. And the guy with the bullseye on his back in that class has to be Jimmy Wilson. And the winner of that class will receive a free Cabrera Motorsports tune. That's right. So, again, that's going on in the Pro-Am Ski GP. That'll be happening next. And Jimmy Wilson in line for one of those Cabrera Motorsports tunes. Special thanks to David Cabrera. Although he's not here, he's probably watching online. Dave, we miss you, buddy. And hopefully we'll see you at the next one. Corey Dixon still in command out there. And here comes Dixon down the front straightaway through the SPT start-finish line. And again, he's got a full straightaway lead right now. And again, he won the first moto as well, so looking to stand on top of the box tonight. Dixon, one of our Region 8 racers. Been around for a while. And pulled out one of his old boats. He had a Spark yesterday that he was on, but they had some mechanical issues with the Spark. They took the XP off the trailer, and he's riding it like he stole it right now. Yeah, I'm talking to his dad down here. He said it's been on a stand for 2.5 years, hasn't been out of the garage. Well, I think he wiped the dust off of it to come down here to Florida. Number 9 is running fine. So once again, we've got 11 total races for everybody out there that may be listening in on the live feed. Final race of the day going to be the Pro-Am Sports Spec. We were just talking to Caden Baldwin, who was the winner of Moto number 1 in that class. Once again, Pro-Am Ski GP will be next up. We've got 1 minute left on the clock. 1 minute. Dixon, your race leader, on the back section of the track. Now working down that back straightaway right to left as we view it here from Lions Park. Yeah. So it looks like Kevin Scott jumping in the race on the course marshal boat, sponsored by Russo Marine. So once again, white flag is out. Corey Dixon, just a couple more buoys to negotiate. And it looks like he's going to be standing on top of the box a little bit later today. Checkered flag out. Put your hands together for the Hooters pilot, Corey Dixon. And you can tell he's pretty pumped. That's not too bad, man. He said that boat has been sitting in the garage on a stand for 2 years. And they decided to bring it down here. Raced his brand new Spark yesterday. Had some issues. They switched to that boat. And meanwhile, it looks like Charlie Smith might have some problems out there, too. Looks like he might be coming in on the gaff. And that red, white, and blue boat had some problems. I believe that belongs to Troy Morgan. Had some problems a little bit earlier today. So once again, coming up next, where is our ski GP class? We need race number 8. Race number 8, please report down to the starting line. Once again, race number 8, please report down to the starting line.
Hey, Kelly. Go warm up with that pole. It's like that much shorter.
All right, got a special interview coming up for everybody. Got my good friend, the King, Dustin Farthing, came right up here. Dustin, man, how you doing this weekend? You just kind of chill.
Yeah, man, just hanging out, enjoying the good weather and just watching some races. It's good to be back Lake Alfred. I raced here 30 years ago myself, so it's cool to be back.
It's funny because I have a picture in my photo album. You're like this big next to me. And look at this now.
I know, we're almost the same height.
Right, exactly. So tell me, what's new for the Farthing Racing team?
Man, we're just, looking forward to this year, just working on some stuff, getting ready for the P1 Aquacross, and, we got some international races coming up, and the guys are just busy working and getting boats built, and, just excited for the year.
I seen on Facebook that you guys were looking to sign new team members. Have you guys signed anybody yet?
Yeah, we got a couple new guys on the P1 series with us this year. We'll be announcing here in the next few weeks, and then also doing a program with Yamaha with the Superjet for the World Finals. So we're putting some guys on some Superjets out there, and it's going to be a good program. Working very closely with Yamaha and Monster, and excited about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that sounds great. I look forward to seeing you back on a boat sometime. But you mentioned that you were retiring last year at P1 Aquacross. Are you going to come out maybe occasionally?
I'm going to race some closed course stuff. I'm going to race some of the GP Runabout stuff still, a couple international races, but 2 or 3 races maybe here and there.
We see you on the World Grand Prix Tour?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do, not the World Grand Prix, maybe some of the Aquabike stuff, and definitely at World Finals, and we'll go from there.
I'll tell you what, man, wish you the best of luck. Thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, the King, Dustin Farthing, hanging out. I'll tell you, we got lots of celebrities here with us this weekend. Been an amazing weekend, man. Kind of been like an old school weekend too. We've seen everybody from like Doug Silverstein to Tim the Toolman Taylor. Wade Chapin has been around here. Keith Dill. I tell you, it's great to see a lot of the old school folks that are coming back and hanging out with everybody. All right, let's get Corey Dixon over here. Corey, winner of that last race. Congratulations, man. Yeah, you took that Hooters boat to the limit.
Yeah, we needed that after the Spark blew up. We've had a lot of trouble this week, so it was a good win for us.
So that's what happened yesterday. I noticed, like you were on the Spark yesterday. You switched to the XP today.
Yeah, a lot of water leaks. I almost stunk it in moto too, so said get rid of it for the weekend.
Any sponsors helping you out?
My dad, Hooters, C&D Transport, just everything.
Hey, man, congratulations on the win. We'll see you at the award ceremony tonight. Corey Dixon taking the win, and here we go with the Pro-Am Ski GP class. It looks like it's possibly Wilson on the outside. It looks like Landis on the inside. What's that? It is Wilson Wilson with the hole shot as he takes a look behind him on that factory Kawasaki. He's got Landis right behind him. It looks like 7 back there in the third place position, followed by Dudek on the 114. So Jimmy Wilson picking up where he left off. He's been perfect so far this weekend in this class. 3 motos, 3 wins. So let's see if Wilson can put it together. And again, Wilson, one of the only riders this weekend, has been consistently taking that inside split. Landis goes to the outside, and you can see the gap here between first and second, probably about 4 seconds. Landis, again, sponsored by Mark Landis Racing as well as Riva Motorsports. And there is, I believe, 7 back there in the third place position. Yeah, 7 again out of Ellington, Connecticut, sponsored by No Limits Metalworks, the Hot Slag Company, and Commander Industries. Again, currently sitting in that third spot behind Landis. First place, getting ready to come from that inside split. Once again, Jimmy Wilson, working left to right, currently resides in Port St. Lucie, Florida, originally from Hebron, Ohio. And there is Landis trying to chase him down. Those two, the only two on the right. 7 now making a pass through the Short Block Technologies third finish line. Once again, folks, you'll be able to read about all the action that happened here in Lake Alfred in Pro Rider Magazine. Make sure you support those who support the sport. And nobody does it like the Ratty family at Pro Rider Magazine. Wilson again on the inside, now picking off some back markers. So you got the lapped rider in between first and second right now. Here comes Landis through the Short Block Technologies start-finish line. And Landis again about 9 seconds off the pace. However, he is the only stand-up rider here in the GP class that has not been passed or lapped by Jimmy Wilson. Wilson has just been on fire with that factory Kawasaki. And again, he'll have to go to that inside split. Just over 5 minutes left to go. So Wilson, Landis still running 1-2, and they pretty much separated from the rest of the pack. The only two over here on the right-hand side of the track right now. Landis opts to go to the Jet X Joker on this lap. So that's going to give Wilson a commanding lead on the factory Kawasaki. Once again, Fly Racing also helping out Jimmy Wilson. Rich Cum and the fine folks at Fly Racing. Courtesy flags are out. We got about 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes left to go. Again, folks, we appreciate all of you folks listening in on the live stream. Been a beautiful weekend here in Lake Alfred. You couldn't make it this year. Plans to be here next year. So Wilson, once again, working his way through that inside split. .330 left to go. Through the chicane, and Wilson has a back marker in front of him, and he has really extended that lead. He's got about a 3/4 of a lap lead for those of you who are listening in at home. About a 3/4 lap lead over 201 Landis, who just comes by the start-finish line. Hey, by the way, folks, don't forget, We've got some of the best merch out there. Stop on up the East Coast Watercross compound and pick up your East Coast Watercross merchandise. I know that they got shirts here from Lake Alfred. Bunch of show specials up there. I think Sean said some of the stuff was 40% off. And again, I apologize. I don't normally lose my voice like this, but sometimes it happens. Landis now 25-second lead. Jimmy Wilson in first, Landis in second. And Wilson has already lapped all the way up to second. So Landis actually having a pretty good ride out there. Again, sponsored by Dave Bamtis and Company down at Riva Motorsports. As he gets ready to come down the front straightaway. And a huge gap there between first and second. We got about a minute 35 left on the clock. Again, I'd like to say a special thanks to Greg, CJ, Mo, and the entire team over there at SBT. As the 2-1-4 teams going side by side. I don't know. Sean wants to rub rails with his own boat, huh?
I asked him this morning, I'm like, are you sore? I'm always sore. 7 days a week. Oh, my God.
Man, you ain't working hard enough if you ain't sore.
Yeah, he's hanging in there, no doubt. I give him a lot of credit, him and Kelly both, because they're non-stop. They're setting everything up, and the whole family is busy. So I give a lot of credit. I have a hard enough time just doing one moto.
Well, Jimmy Wilson is in contention with 35 seconds left to go. He's in contention for that Cabrera tune, as Cabrera Motorsports giving away that free tune in the Pro Ski GP class today.
Nice. Dudek looking over his shoulder. He's got company. Is that Farthing? Yeah, that's a new boat. Braden just got that brought up here, I don't know, a couple days ago. His dad went and grabbed it and got it here. It's still got the Arizona tag on it.
Nice looking boat. As meanwhile, white flag comes out from the Wicked Princess. Jimmy Wilson collecting that white flag.
Now that hull of Jimmy's, that's a concept hull. Is that a custom hull by Kawasaki?
I believe it is a custom hull by Kawasaki. This is the first time that I've seen him ride it over here in the United States. But I got to see him ride it over in Thailand, in Pattaya, Thailand, about a month and a half ago. Boy, I'll tell you what, he rode the rails off of it. And the Cowie guys also, they've got like a fixed steering. It's almost like an X2 that they debuted over there as well.
Yeah, you said he just brought that over, right, Mikey?
Yeah, I believe this is his first race here in the States. Checkered flag out. Jimmy Wilson coming through, and he'll take the checkered flag. So a good ride there for Jimmy. Once again, next up, we'll have the Pro Sport GP class.
I just can't even imagine the arm pump he's got on that gets on that machine. Oh my God.
I'll see if I can't get him up here. We'll do a quick interview before the start of this next race. So Chris Landis there with a nice finish as well. Hey, Chris, when you get a chance, can we do an interview real quick? So Wilson already headed back to the pit area. We're going to talk to Chris Landis. Chris was out there competing today with his fast power sports boat. Ended up in second in that last race. I see the Sport GP class is coming up to the line next. Chad Daddy getting ready to hold for our good friend Johnny Smith. Again, special thanks to Course Marshal Randy and Course Marshal Kevin out there this weekend. Keeping everything safe for everybody as Chris works his way up here. So we got Chris Landis, who took a second place there in the ski GP class. Chris, you weren't here yesterday, came out today. You're the only guy that Jimmy Wilson did not pass.
Well, I guess that feels pretty good, I guess. But wish we could have put up a little better fight, but hey, this was next time.
Tell you, you look good out there in the ski class. I'm used to seeing you on a runabout. How long you been getting ready or preparing for the race with the ski?
Last year was our first year where we started racing stand-ups and put into the training. Now this year is going to be like full-time focus on stand-up. So fitness has been crazy. So we've just been pushing and training and trying to get ready.
Well, I'll tell you what, look good out there on both motos today. You're going to be second on the box tonight. Pretty good finish for the opener of the season.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to be able to come out here. I love that there's some Florida races. And thanks for all the East Coast Watercross guys coming.
Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mark Landis Racing, Boost Creative, Fast Power Sports, Riva Racing, Map Tuner, Rick Roy Products, and Jet Trim.
Chris, congratulations, man. Nice finish. We'll see you at the awards.
Appreciate you. Hi, Charles.
Say, even the cameraman getting some love from Chris Landis. All right, getting ready to go here. Sport GP down online. I see Hayden Skellett down there all the way at the end. And sitting in pole position will be boat number 110, Tori Snyder. Johnny Smith will be right next to him. It looks like Skellett. So I believe we started with 6 today. We're down to 3 here in the Sport GP class. 8 minutes plus a lap. All right, we can fire. Smith and Snyder side by side as they head into turn number 1 on the inside. Snyder with the position will take the spot. And here we go. Looks like it's going to be Skellett with the hole shot. Snyder comes out in second. Smith in third. And Course Marshal Randy in fourth. Skellett already starting to put a little bit of real estate between he and second place. Tori Snyder. As they work their way up to the top left-hand side of the track, Skellett opting to go to that outside split. And here we go down the front. Race leader Hayden Skellett out of Northport, Florida, by Skellett Motorsports. Great Champion Performance, Action Kawasaki, and Tim Judge Racing. Also riding for Tim Judge Racing, number 110 in second place, Tori Snyder. Tori hails from Bradenton, Florida. And he is also sponsored by Monster Energy, as well as Snyder Built, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot. Johnny Smith, sponsored by Team USA out of Mittens, Florida. So today, we're missing Glenn Young. I seen Charlie Smith took off a little bit late after the race got started. But Charlie Smith now out on the track as well from Hartsville, South Carolina. Boat number 875, and he sits right in between their first and second place position, right behind Skellett in front of Snyder. Six minutes left on the clock. Here comes Johnny Smith down the front straightaway, holding on to that third place position. Once again, this is race number 9. Race number 10 is the novice Watercross 1050 class. Thomas Lambert, Max Apodaca will be coming up next. So once again, race number 10. We need you to the starting line. Take a look back out. It is still Skellett out in front. Skellett takes the Gen X Joker buoy, and here comes Snyder. Snyder going to try to take that lead. Maybe side by side as they come back into the track. Oh, and Snyder right there with Skellett. Skellett able to squeak by Snyder. And it was tight as it came back into that yellow buoy where Skellett re-entered the course. You needed a shoehorn to fit him in there. And Skellett somehow found a way. So a nice ride there from Hayden Skellett. In that first place position after taking the Gen X Joker buoy. So Skellett and Snyder, both along the back straightaway right now, definitely separated from the rest of the pack. And Snyder pushed. 4:15 left to go. Once again, folks, before you go home today, make sure you stop up at the East Coast Watercross compound and pick up some merchandise. That's right, we've got hats, shirts, we've got hoodies, we got all kinds of goodies up there at the East Coast Watercross merchandise booth. Get it now before your sizes sell out. And the Wicked Princess says this one is halfway complete. Skyer in the Jet X Joker buoy. Coming back into the track. That's going to give Skellett a crazy lead right now. Only about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Skellett working his way through lap traffic on the right-hand side of the track. Torrey Snyder all by himself over on the left-hand side of the track. Again, Skellett out in front, Snyder in second. 3 minutes left on the clock as Snyder comes by our Short Block Technology start-finish line. Once again, I'd like to say a special thanks to all the racers, the families, the sponsors for coming out this weekend. It's been a fun weekend, and just as a reminder to all of our racers that are here, we'll be doing the awards. We'll be doing the awards about 30 minutes after the last race. Once again, awards will be 30 minutes after the final race. Got 11 total races for you. This is race number 9. 2 more to go after this one. Coming up next, again, we've got the Novice Ski 1050 class. Novice Ski 1050 class. You should start working your way down to the starting line as we approach the 2-minute mark. Skellett still your leader, and looks like Snyder just trying to save the motor on that boat. Skellett also trying to save the motor. You can see just kind of milking it down the front straightaway as he works his way over onto the right-hand side of the track. Skellett lapped up to second place. Snyder, he's waiting for somebody to race out there on the back straightaway. Maybe he's having a mechanical problem, I think. He's back on the gas. He lets Skellett get by him. And now he is back on the gas, and let's see what Snyder's got. He's going to go to the inside, Skellett to the outside. So once again, Tori Snyder, sponsored by Snyder Built. And Hayden Skellett, sponsored by Wade Chapin Performance and Skellett Racing. Skellett and Snyder still 1 and 2. In the third spot, still Johnny Smith, number 72. Again, Johnny Smith riding for Team USA. And Charlie Smith currently sitting in the 4th place position out there. Charlie over on the bottom left-hand side of the track. So I see Skellett and Snyder are playing around back there. So Skellett lets Snyder get past him. Skellett, Snyder go back by. Going to make him work for it. Johnny Smith go by as well. It's actually pretty funny because, you know, if you think about it, what Skellett's doing, he's letting those guys go by because he'll get the white flag the next time around. But those guys will both have to do an extra lap. So basically, he's making them work for it, folks. Once again, race number 10. Looks like those riders are up online. So the white flag is out. And it was given to Snyder. Seen it, but you know, Skellett had pretty much lapped the pack. Then he let him go back by, so it should have been Hayden Skellett that got the white flag. That is what I seen personally. Everything you hear from me is unofficial, but that's what I see. I seen the same thing that you guys seen. So they give Tori the checkered, but he should have been going another lap. Farthing seen it too. So I believe Skellett is going to be your winner. I believe Snyder will be in second and Johnny Smith will be in third. But again, everything you hear from me is unofficial. It's late in the day, folks. And Hayden Skellett doing a great job. So, you know, I don't know if you guys at home were watching, but Skellett had basically lapped everybody. Kind of let him go through right there before the white flag lap. And then they gave Snyder the white flag lap when it should have actually been Hayden Skellett getting the white flag and the checkered flag.
I'm going to call that too. I think you all saw what I was following, and yeah, Tower called that race a little early.
Next, we got one of our smaller classes as we're going right into this one. No primetime interview for this one, but we'll get Skellett up here before the final race and do an interview with him. Lambert starting on the outside. Apodaca starting on the inside. Lambert on the Yamaha. Apodaca on the Kawasaki. And Lambert has dominated this class over the last couple days. We'll see if Apodaca can get himself a win. Local boy from right here in Orlando. Once again, race number 11. You can start working your way down to the starting line. 6 minutes plus a lap in this two-racer challenge in our novice 1050 class. Final race of the day going to be the Pro-Am Sports Spec class. So once again, Pro-Am Sports Spec riders, you can start making your way down to the line. We're under 5 minutes left to go. How we doing, Sean?
I'm a little tired, a little gassed. I'm glad that we weren't doing 12-minute motos in this last one. I'm glad we turned them down a little bit. I was really gassed out there.
I think the racers were pretty jazzed about that too. You know, I mean, you can see everybody walking around. They're walking around looking a little sore. You gave them a lot of laps this weekend.
Oh yeah, well that's what everyone pays for. We were trying to get as much track time, especially with us traveling so far. The goal was to make as much track time for everybody as possible, and I think we certainly did that. We put a lot of laps in. I went through a lot of race gas this weekend, like a lot of you did.
Well, that's awesome. Although, did you watch that last race? I think they gave the white flag to the wrong person.
We'll have to talk to Shelley about that one.
Yeah. What happened was Skellett had basically lapped everybody, right? And then he let them come back by him. But instead of giving him the white flag because he was still in the lead, they gave Tori the white flag. And so, anyways, we all seen it happen up here. So
yeah, it happens. Mistakes happen.
It does happen.
Speaking of mistakes, did anybody catch me almost hitting the Joker buoy on the first lap like a rookie? I caught it when I started heading towards the Joker buoy. I was trying to make a move on Braden 7. I thought I was being all sly, but I was making a poor decision, so I really just swept that red really, really wide. But I caught it before I did it, so.
Bad decisions make great stories.
Bad decisions. I also gave course marshal Randy a kiss out there. I was floundering around. I couldn't feel my legs. I didn't know where I was going, but.
Oh, so that was you in the middle of the track.
Oh yeah, I was just taking a detour to go say hi to Randy.
I was like, is Randy leaving early? Is he getting paid, or what's going on out there?
No, I just ran out of talent. Typical.
Right on. Well, at least you own it. I talked to so many racers who have an excuse for everything, you know.
Oh yeah, no excuse. Just ran out of talent.
3 minutes left to go in this one. Final race of the day should be coming to the line. That is Pro-Am Sports Spec. Please start making your way down to the line. We're going to get you started here probably within the next 4 minutes.
So this Pro-Am Sports Spec Moto, they're racing for $500 put up by the Dolly family of JetX Performance. This family supports so much racing so often all over the place, from snowcross to jet skis. They hit every one of our rounds. They hit P1 rounds. They hit all the snowcross rounds.
Yeah, they do that big Triple Crown thing that you're a part of as well.
They're a huge... Kayla just got a shower from Bill Beer Sr. Yeah, so the Dolly family are big supporters of the Triple Crown. And if you guys don't know much about the Triple Crown, basically what we got, Mikey, is the Triple Crown. We worked with Todd Sarzinski at first. Todd had this idea with promoters working together and raising a lot of money for a big payout. So the money is dried up in the jet ski racing. There's no payouts that are worth going for. So we worked together, and last year I think we raised, $15,000 that we gave out?
Wow.
Yep,
wow.
We gave out $15,000 spread out from first to third at our last round in Sylvan Beach. Round 1 was in AJSA down in Virginia, I believe that one was, and then round 2 was in Harbor Beach, Michigan at Great Lakes, and we closed it out in Sylvan Beach, and we had a massive turnout. We had 147 entries, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, and we made them some really cool trophies. We made like 4-foot tall aluminum tridents with all kinds of cool graphics on them, and luckily nobody got stabbed. Brian Baldwin had one, so we had to put little corks on the end of his. Oh, whoops, sorry, Brian, didn't see you there.
That does not play well with others.
Yeah, we're not supposed to give Brian Baldwin sharp things, I heard.
Yeah, keep him away from the sharp objects.
Yeah, so this year we're going to do the Triple Crown again. It worked so well with the 1100 limited class last year that we stepped it up, and we're going to do the Ski GP class, and we're also going to do... we're going to do Sports Spec next year as well if we can drum up some money. So if anybody wants to sponsor the Sports Spec class, reach out to us. We'll put you in the right direction. I think Nickerson's going to be handling the Sports Spec class. I'm working with a couple of the Ski GP guys like Derek Powell. Derek Powell stepped up and is offering $20,000 to the winner. Not to the winner, but we're going to spread it out the top 3 in Pro-Am Ski GP this year.
Wow, I'll tell you what, yeah, Powell, the Iron Man. Former national champion himself in the expert class. But, you know, one of the things I like is how that Triple Crown, you're going to 3 different promoters. So the racers get 3 different variations of what's happening. But I think it's really cool, you know, that all the promoters are working together. You know, again, we talked about that a little bit earlier. We touched on it. But it's better to work with than against, because you're stronger together than you are apart.
100%. And we're trying to see if we can figure out membership. And I know membership's a touchy subject for everybody because nobody wants to pay memberships for 3 different series to do these Triple Crowns. So we're trying to figure out if we can do a reciprocity thing or a single day membership for a lot of these. So we're in the works trying to figure out how that was going to work because we know it costs a lot of money to travel this far. I'll be doing the whole Triple Crown. A lot of my guys will be doing it. I'm going to be bringing a lot of their skis out. So we're going to try and find a way to make it a little bit more affordable for everybody. And whoever wins can pay for somebody's membership probably. They'll be able to afford to.
Yeah, they'll be able to afford that membership. Actually, you all 3 go in together. I like the idea because we used to have it with the IJSBA many years ago of the weekend memberships, because there's a lot of guys, hey, maybe they can only make 1 race a year, so why do they want to pay for a whole year when they could just pay for the weekend?
Yeah, exactly. So, trying to figure out how do we can make these things a little bit more affordable. We know everybody's spending a lot of money to do this.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys have definitely done a great job with this opening round right here, man. I'm glad. I'm proud to be a part of it. And I'll tell you, it's been nothing but successful. You only got 1 more race to go. It's been a great weekend. The weather's been awesome. Everybody in the pits have been awesome. Obviously, the sponsors. Barrel 239 was awesome last night.
Barrel 239 was pretty awesome. We stayed pretty late. I think a few of us closed it down, but I had to get back to bed a little early. A few stragglers hung around for a little while.
Right. Next year, maybe we can get everybody else down. I know it was a little confusion that we put on the internet, but the event at Barrel 239 was actually catered by Carrabba's. We weren't going to Carrabba's.
Yeah, we were all a little sideways. We figured it out eventually. We all made our way. Everyone drank enough. Everyone ate enough. So all in all, it worked out well.
Now it's an old school party, and I'm putting it on. You don't think I'm going to have a party at Carrabba's, do you?
I was wondering why we were going there, but
I ain't no meatball.
But once I walked in, I saw Supercross on. I had to have my back to the TV the entire time.
Right. Yeah. You came in like 2 races into it.
Yeah, I came in too far into it to want to start paying attention then. I want to watch a race from start to finish. Like this race right here. This one's going to be a good one.
$500, like you said, going to the winner, donated by JetX. I think coming into this one, Caden Baldwin was winner of the first moto.
Caden was. And in number 2 place was the old man out there, Bill Beers Sr. Bill Beers gives everybody a big wave. No, he can't hear. He's too old to hear. Nobody can hear once he starts that boat up anyway.
Yeah, well, we were talking yesterday, me and David, and it's like once they start the boats up and they take off, we can't even hear each other standing right next to each other.
No, not at all. Especially that 24 beers with that 900 in it. He's been working on figuring out a way to make these classes a little bit more affordable with putting these 900s in because they're a dime a dozen. You can find them everywhere. So he's testing it up this weekend. We're seeing how competitive it is, if it's too fast, if it's too slow. We know it's too loud already, but...
Well, you back in the old days, they used to have the decibel meter. IJ at Bud Jet Sports Tour. And I believe it was 125. If your boat was louder than 125 decibels, you got disqualified. Which as a promoter, I didn't believe in that at all because, nothing creates a crowd like a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, unless we're at a venue where there's a wedding hall right across the bay. So yesterday, if you guys didn't notice, we had to hustle and get things done before our wedding because we didn't want to ruin the bride's day.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, here we go. Start of the final race of the day, race number 11, Pro-Am Sports Spec. And the winner, they get $500, the overall winner.
Can't even hear myself think behind these guys.
31 getting a good jump on the outside. That is, I believe, Meyer.
Oh, the Beers boat sweeping the outside.
Check out Stephen Farthing on Colt Meyer's boat.
Bill Beers out front on the inside split. The old man going to be able to pull it off?
I don't know, man. That new 900 engine sounds pretty crisp.
It's crisp. Usually when that thing's running good, it is on. Outside split. Beats the inside.
That's going to be Farthing out in front. And here comes Caden Baldwin.
Oh, that's elder abuse, Caden.
So Baldwin and Beers back there in the 3rd spot. So that's the way they stack up 1, 2, 3. And Devin out there in front, once again sponsored by Farthing Racing, riding on Colt Meyer's blaster there. Farthing working his way through that outside split. And Baldwin going to follow suit. Caden Baldwin, boat number 59, trying to stay in the hunt. Now, I'm not sure where Farthing finished in that first race. But Baldwin, a 1-2 finish he would probably give him the overall if he can hold together. Beers back there in third. I believe he took a second in the first moto. 2-3 would give him a 5. And you got Johnny Smith back there, I believe, in the fourth spot. So that's the way they stack up right now, 1 through 4 here, with 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. All right, the king down here, Dustin Farthing, giving me the inside line. That first race on the 31 boat, Devin actually broke a steering cable, so he is he's in the hunt for a spot on the box. But if Caden Baldwin stays where he's at, he's going to win the overall for today, and he's going to win a $500 check from JetX. So Farthing, Baldwin, Beers, 1, 2, 3. Again, special thanks to Short Block Technologies, our title sponsor here. Again, special thanks to Greg, CJ, Mo, and the entire team over there at SBT. Remember to support those who support the sport, and you can do that by going to shopsbt.com. So again, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go for our opening weekend here, brought to you by East Coast Watercross. And what a fun weekend it has been. Some great racing out there. And there goes Beers. Beers on the 24, still in that third place position. Smith in fourth. And I see Baldwin back to the back there, and I believe, and he hit that joker buoy the last time around. And here comes Farthing. Farthing, your race leader. Working left to right in front of you on boat number 31. Again, sponsored by Farthing Racing. He's out of Ackworth, Georgia. Started racing actually in Ackworth, Georgia. 7 years old. Went out there, raced with his dad. We had a little fun after the races. Went out there, raced his dad. And look at him now. Yeah, that was a long time ago. You think about that. It seems like, it seems like it was a long time ago. So again, final race of the day. After this race, 30 minutes. Yeah, 14 years ago, that Ackworth race. Wow. Been a long, everything just goes by so fast. I can just remember him standing up. He didn't even have to raise the handle pole up in the ski. He just left it down. Good stuff. Uh-oh. The tower's getting buzzed. Right now I'm watching Baldwin and Beers. I believe that is 2 and 3 right there. Meanwhile, Devin Farthing out in front, boat number 31. And here he comes. He's got to get past Kirsten Hasty, boat number 55. And he's going to go to the inside, outside, gets out the broom, sweeping hard on Kristen. And Kristen just trying to hold that line. So now you got a couple of back markers in between Farthing and Baldwin, who Baldwin, I believe, is unofficially in second place. If he stays where he's at, he's going to take the overall. Caden Baldwin. Great young man, plays school football. up there in Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. Sponsored by Champion Power Sports. I'm sure his mom, Miranda, his sister, Portia, all looking on here at the live stream. How you doing, ladies? So once again, Caden Baldwin says, I'm not worried about the hardware. I want the cash. $500 on this one. 5 Benjis. Caden won the first race. They're going to the second this race. 1-2 would give him a 3. And that would be the lowest common denominator besides Beers right there. Beers had a second in the first moto. Looking at the third right here. 2-3 would give him a 5. Devin Farding, still your race leader with 1:15 left. Crosses by the short block technology start-finish line. Well, I'll tell you, it certainly has been a great weekend here. Special thanks to all the teams, all the families, all the sponsors for coming out here to Lions Club in Lake Alfred. You know, special thanks to Short Block Technologies for stepping up at the last minute and hooking us up with a sponsorship. Special thanks to Commander Industries, Moto Option, Hydro Flyer, Cabrera Motorsports, the IJSBA, FactoryFade.com, JetX, 10mm photo, Global Integrated Technologies, Aerial Flicks, 139 Designs, 595 Handling Solutions, the City of Lake Alfred, Hot Slag Company, No Limits Metalworks, the Extreme Service Center, Hamburg Floor Covering, Hammerhead Tactical, Pro Rider Magazine, Supreme Lending, and of course, Kawasaki Yamaha Sea-Doo of Bradenton. White flag is out for the final time this weekend. Devin Farthing in command here of the second moto. Farthing on the yellow number 31 Blaster out there. The story right now, I believe, is Caden Baldwin looking for that overall for the day. Here comes your race leader, bottom left-hand side of the track. Devin Farthing, Dev Dog, going to take the win here. Final race of the day. Pro-Am Sports Spec. Congratulations, Devin Farthing, sponsored by Farthing Racing and Monster Energy. .58 Corson coming through the SBT start-finish line. But we're looking for second place. Caden Baldwin, boat number 59. Needed to stay where he was at. Kirsten Hasty coming through the finish line. And here comes Baldwin with one arm in the air. A 1-2 finish. That's going to give him the overall. And he is pretty stoked about it. He is pretty stoked about it. I'm stoked for him. The young man from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, sponsored by Champion Power Sports. Let's see if we can get his dad up here for a quick interview. So we'll get Brian Baldwin, who is Caden's dad, up here. Brian, I'll tell you what, man, you got to be super stoked for your boy out there.
Yeah, I'm pumped. You know, the kid, I'm pumped, man. You know, the kid rides so good. Like, I don't know where he got his smarts from, but it wasn't me.
Natural talent, buddy. That's kind of what it looked like. The only money class this weekend, he's taking home $500.
Yeah, you know, when I heard about this race, you know, obviously we wanted to come to Florida because it's warm, and you know, Sean puts on an awesome event, and then you know, JetX Ryan Daly, you know, put up the $500 for Sports Spec, and I was like, hey, you know, you want to go to Florida? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to win that $500. So that's 2 in a row this year that one last year and this year that he's.
I'll tell you what, I can tell that he has really stepped up his game. Besides Champion Power Sports, does he have any other sponsors?
You know, Fly Racing, they step up big for myself and Caden, and you know, Riva Racing with his P1's machine. So that's pretty much. And Champion Power Sports, you know, our business back in North Carolina, you know, they're paying the bills.
Pretty cool, man. You got to be one proud papa.
Totally pumped, man. Totally pumped.
All right. Congratulations, Brian. Congratulations to Caden. And hello, Miranda and Portia back at home. Hey, we'd like to say a special thanks to everybody for coming out. Thanks to our sponsors. Charlie, great job with the live stream. Appreciate you, buddy. East Coast Watercross bringing the event here. Lions Club for hosting the event. and my boy Gino Yachter for hosting me and Seth last night. It was a pretty crazy time, but guess what? We're going to be back to do it again in 2026. We hope to see you at all the East Coast Watercross events. On behalf of East Coast Watercross, my name's Mike Young, saying so long, folks.
All right, I want to thank everybody else for coming out here. This was an absolutely incredible weekend. We're gonna get I think we're gonna get the winner of Pro Am Sports Spec. I think Caden's on his way. Farthing and Caden are coming up this way. Oh, you got Brian? All right, on. Maybe we get Old Man Beers. Bill Beers, come do an interview. Let's get the old man. I think he's third overall, probably. He ended up third. Second overall? All right, we're running. Was it 2-3? Oh, Bill Beer Sr. Course Marshal Randy, thank you, sir. What a hero. Bill Beer Sr. is waddling over here. Beers, thanks for coming all the way down here, man. Dragging the out, having a good time. What do you got to say for yourself?
I'm not coming out of retirement. This is a one-time deal. It's nice to test this 900 with these guys. Hopefully this is something that will follow through. I mean, we can get more people into the sport if you can build a blaster at $1,500 instead of $10,000+. So that's the whole concept behind this deal. 900 has 100 horsepower. It's all stock, no mods. The builds have 100 horsepower, $10,000, like I said. But this was a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd be able to do this, but it was a good time.
We're glad you came out and did it and brought the birthday boys out. Happy birthday, boys. Boys are ripping too. Typical Beers family style ripping. Oh, we got everyone. I thought we were missing one today. Oh, we got radios on. We got Devin up here too. Mikey, you want to give Devin a quick interview before we get out of here?
Sure, no problem, John. All right, guys, if we could just let everybody see Devin here. Devin, congratulations, nice ride. The day kind of didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, but you still came back and ended the day with an exclamation point.
Yeah, I mean, DNF and Moto 1 of both my classes isn't what you want, but coming back and winning both motos for both of the classes definitely ends off on a good note, and I know I have the speed to go get it, so just some good practice early in the year, and we got a long year ahead of us.
Yeah, speaking of that, speaking of a long year, what's next for you guys? Are you guys going right into like the P1 Aquacross, or are you going to do a little more closed course racing?
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. I just try and get around to everything. The AJSA series is a great series. Going to go do some closed course stuff with them and doing the whole P1 series and some international stuff. So we'll be all around racing.
Fantastic, man. That sounds good. Who's helping you get around?
Oh, everyone on my whole crew. Can't do anything without them. And my dad is most likely going to ship it for me. So without him, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
So who spins the wrenches for you? Is it actually Tattoo Rich?
Oh, Rich does everything. I mean, and faster than anyone can ever do it. It's crazy. I just texted him about my stand-up that I raced this weekend like 4 days ago, and he got it done and brought down here. So if you need something, he'll get it done.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Nice finish there, and best of luck this season.
Thank you, Mikey.
All right, let's get Caden Baldwin down here, who is took a second in that last moto, but he's taking home the money, man. Congratulations. You're getting 500 large.
Thanks, man. I've really tried my hardest. I wish I could have got Devin at the end, but he was just gone. I had to deal with Johnny Smith and Bill Beers in the back, so I was trying, but couldn't keep my weight.
Well, I think what was really cool was Jet X, though, like stepping up and putting $500 in for this class right here, the Dolly family.
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you to Ryan Dolly for my money. And I want to say thank you to Noah Dolly for giving me some competition last year. He gave me a lot of competition.
Well, and I understand that you're going to be doing a lot more racing this year. Tell me what the future holds for you.
So P1, I'm going to be riding my GP. I got the Triple Crown for that Todd Sarzinski's doing. He's doing Sports Spec XP, so I'm going to be racing both my 800 and my Sports Specs. So hopefully we can get the money from that too, and keep the money coming.
You want to give a shout out to anybody back home?
Mom, love you. Sis, I love you. And I want to say a special thanks to my nephew because I wouldn't be here at this race without you. So thanks, buddy.
Congratulations on a great weekend, buddy.
Thanks, man. You too.
Caden Baldwin, your champion in the sports spec class. Well, once again, folks, we're going to be doing the awards in just about 30 minutes. And again, on behalf of East Coast Watercross, we're going to put this mic down. We're going to change positions here. Thanks to Charlie who did the live stream. And we'll be back with you at the awards.